what does a good investment look like? How do you decide something is, better than the other one?
Well, to me, first and foremost, it has to be job creation, right? You got to have a high degree of confidence in that job. I will tell you, there's a lot to like about direct investments, and in many ways, I think they're superior to regional centers. Here are some of the reasons why. When you make a direct investment, it has to be an equity investment. So you actually are buying a piece of the company.
Yeah.
Now, people will say, well, what's the exit strategy? Because with regional centers, I could make this equity investment in a new commercial enterprise, and then that entity, which was formed, then makes a loan to the project, and then that project will repay the loan, maybe prematurely, maybe they'll drag it out over the couple of years of options they have. And now you've got a whole slew of investors with different interests getting paid with the new commercial enterprise getting paid at different times.
Yeah.
And now if you're too early getting your money back, you got to get redeployed, which is very dangerous. Now your money's getting reinvested in an investment you've never even considered prior to that.
Just do it because of the way the regulations are. So for those who don't know, like if you get your money back, you got to keep it at risk. So you might have to just reinvest in some random thing, and it's not ideal.
You don't decide. The new commercial enterprise, the company who are managing your money decides. So now I've seen them put people's money in a lower position on the next deal than the new investors coming in. So, really dangerous position to be in.
Yeah.
And the other side of that coin is I've been improved in 3.5 years. Okay, I'm ready to get my money back. Well, I'm waiting 7 years or who knows how long it takes. With a direct, if you make a smart and direct investment, you're making an equity investment in a business that you may believe in from a point of view of a private equity investment.
Yeah.
Now I own a piece of this business. Now I love manufacturing, by the way. Manufacturing is really lining up nicely for this program because we know that they're going to create the jobs. They may be at a point where they've already bought the building and they've put the equipment in, and now they're ready to ramp it up and they're going to create the jobs. Okay, I love it. And I'm buying a piece of that business. Well, that business likes it because I'm coming in with money and it's not any debt so that they ever need to borrow money. I'm an equity owner, and yet I'm buying a growing business. There's a lot of complications to a regional center deal. There just are. There's a lot of different players. You've got the new commercial enterprise and you've got the developer, and then sometimes they're the same. And then you got a regional center and they're getting a piece of the action. A lot of people with their hand in the pot. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing left for the investor. That's why investors get 0.5% on a deal that should be paying them in market rates 8 to 10%.
Yeah.
But in directs, you're going to get much closer to what's fair value. You're going to get an equity situation that would be on par, or like I said, maybe the next round in an equity raise.
Very interesting. And, a lot of these foreign countries are going through massive inflation right now. So EB-5 is one of the best places to just park your money. And if they don't get the green card, which they probably will, just have your money in dollars as opposed to all these different currencies that are crashing and burning. I have one guy he's Iranian, and his son became a citizen. So we're filing that case through that. Because he's Iranian, these cases are taking forever, and the embassy and all this kind of stuff. And I say, you know what? Forget the EB-5. Just finish this case off through your child who's a U.S. citizen and just get the green card like that. But at the same time, Iran's had massive inflation. So that money he parked here a couple of years ago, EB-5, was like the best investment in his life because he kept it in his own local currency. Even if he kept it in a property in Iran, it's hard to even sell property. It's so difficult. So EB-5 has different ways of helping people, foreign people, to just be in dollars. Such a incredible.
Well, certainly being in dollars has been a benefit to a lot of countries, right? South Africa, Latin America. But imagine also getting the benefit of a early stage growth firm that may, I got a couple entities right now. One is developing N95 masks. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're starting a manufacturing plant. Another one is building a testing kit that is 98% effective and uses saliva to tell you if you have COVID, but it also tests a lot of other things. COVID actually just happened to fit into this guy's technology, this group's technology. And the rate of return on that deal might be 8x. You might be getting 8 times your investment on a deal like that. Now, listen, there's a lot to look at on a deal before you make any investment decisions, but it's nice to know that there are possibilities to be making a good rate of return.
Yeah, between the inflation and these kind of opportunities for these foreign investors, it's almost like they're going to pick unicorns more than a U.S. investor would, just because of the dynamics of the money just jumping up.